Hey everyone, today I'm bringing you some more survivor builds. These are ones I've been having a lot of fun with in the past few weeks. If you do enjoy today's video, please consider subscribing. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so first off we have the Everyone Escapes Death build. Built to last, Desperate Measures, Unbreakable, and Soul Guard. So for this build we're implementing some of the new perks from chapter 17 to make up a build that is kinda perfect for clutching, which I recommend you bring along a medkit to synergize with this. The whole point of this perk is to give you a little bit of extra medkit usage in this build. It can be utilized for a quicker heal on a teammate, or more than likely a full heal on yourself when other teammates are in a compromised state. Next up we have Desperate Measures. This is also a new perk and is kinda a reverse Thanatophobia, at least that's how everyone's been depicting it. It will give you a stackable boost to healing speeds for every survivor injured or in the dying state. So basically it's perfect for clutching because it means it's going to boost your team when they are at their weakest. This perk is especially perfect against killers like Legion. You can effectively heal your way out of them. Then we have the combination of Unbreakable and Soul Guard, which will first allow you to recover from the dying state and then also have a mini endurance status effect from Soul Guard. This is a really great feature for a clutch build because first off it allows you to fully recover, which is kind of a powerful thing to be able to do when slugging is such a viable killer strategy. Paired with Soul Guard, if a hex is up, so say something like Noed in the endgame, then you can recover more than once, faster and with endurance, as Soul Guard lets you fully recover if a hex is active. You can get back up and use either your Desperate Measures on a teammate or built to last medkit on yourself. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so for our second build here we have the HEX-A-GONE build. Detective's Hunch, Small Game, Iron Will, and Quick and Quiet. This lineup of perks will likely bring about some shocked faces. Why run Detective's Hunch and Small Game? Well, as I've mentioned in a few other videos, the addition of the Blight and more so the perk Hex Undying, hexes can now last for heavily extended times. So what these two perks are doing is locating any hex, trap, or even regular totems that could potentially be your downfall. This build makes you kind of like a totem or hex detector. You can run around the map with Small Game, a perk that will give you a sound cue when a trap or totem is in front of you, and also Detective's Hunch, which will give you a view of all totems, gens, and chests when the generator is completed. Paired with this we are using Iron Will and Quick and Quiet, as all your hex breaking is going to draw attention, and with Undying around, you have a lot of hex breaking to do, which will probably result in too many chases. So we have these perks to allow you to get away quickly and silently without the killer knowing where you've gone, even when injured because of Iron Will. So yeah, the goal of this build is to break the totems and then sneak off. Pretty effective. Okay, so now we have the Blendette build. Iron Will, Urban Evasion, Stakeout, and Spine Chill. I've never really played with a build like this, so when I did these past few weeks I had a lot of fun with it. Playing in a stealthy way can be really fun when done right, and I feel like this build is a good fit for a fun but stealthy build. So, first off we have Iron Will. This is just to allow us to remain stealthy even when injured, by reducing injured noises by 100%. Then we have Urban Evasion, allowing our crouch movement to go at 150% the speed of usual. This is just better as you're making yourself smaller and so harder to see, whilst retaining a quicker speed. Now Stakeout is pairing with this so that when you're hiding, you're not just being completely useless, you are gaining tokens that will guarantee great skill checks, letting gens go faster. Finally, Spine Chill is here so that you can preempt the killer's arrival and avoid them before they even get to you. As of course, Spine Chill will light up when the killer looks at you, so yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. I just wouldn't recommend using this too frequently, as you'll start to annoy your teammates. Next up we have the Slippery Slug build. Tenacity, Boil Over, Flip Flop, and Unbreakable. Okay, so this is similar to the anti-hook build I did, except this one is focusing more so around you alone wiggling out, at least getting yourself into a good position to where you can wiggle out. So first off we have Unbreakable, however we aren't really going to use this Unbreakable until the most dire moment in the game. What we are going to do is use Tenacity, which allows us to crawl and recover at the same time, and at faster speeds. Once we have crawled as far as we can, we're going to 99 the bar, and then you can allow yourself to be picked up. With Boil Over, we're going to make it a harder job for the killer to move you to a hook, and Flip Flop, we're going to convert half of that recovery bar into a wiggle bar, meaning it'll be much easier to get off. So basically this is punishing the killer for slugging. You slug me, I wiggle out and waste more of your time. I admit this build is not so good elsewhere, but you still have some good synergy within the perks, and of course Unbreakable, which means you can recover whenever if you like. Finally we have the Aura God build. Windows of Opportunity, Bond, Visionary, and Object of Obsession. So this build is going to give you access to basically the auras of everything you could ever need in the game. Bond gives you the auras of your teammates when they're close by. Object gives you the auras of the killer at all times, as long as you are looking at them and they are within that 64 meter range. Then you can see all pallets and windows with Windows of Opportunity. Finally, the new perk Vision Area is going to reveal all generators when you are close to them. It's a bit like Bond, except for generators. So this build may seem a bit gimmicky, but it's a lot of fun. As long as you don't mind having aura glows all over your screen, it's surprisingly quite effective. Probably mainly due to Object, which is a very powerful perk, but also due to the fact that you can do gens quite quickly, link up with teammates effectively. You can prepare escape routes with windows that avoid fellow survivors with Bond, whilst baiting the killer over with your Object. This build actually has good synergy despite it seeming quite gimmicky. Being able to see everything and lit up at that is very helpful for a wide variety of strategies. Alright, well that's gonna do it for today. Thanks, and goodbye.